So earlier this year we spoke to Carl Cox on the phone about the season to come, but now we know where he lives, so we're going to dig a little deeper. He invited us. We're not just stalking. Trying to just check your hair. Check your makeup. Everything's okay up there? All right, good. I'm good too. Yeah. Thank you for having us in your crib, in the Coxie crib today. Most of our people watching will already know what it's like to experience a Coxie set, but we want to know what it's like from your side. So can you tell me what usually goes through your mind in the half hour or so before you go onto the decks?
What goes through my mind really is me knowing that the tracks and the music that I want to play before I start the set, that I have the records that I really love to play, the classics, and what basically makes it my sound, what I enjoy. And then with the new records and new music that's coming out, to make sure that I'm on top of all of that before I leave the house. It's not a dress rehearsal. You know, when I go out there, it is it. I'm on. That's it. No going back.
Do you still get nervous?
I still get nervous, yeah. I think it'd be pretty weird if I didn't get nervous, you know, I'd be like a robot. I get nervous a little bit based on things can go wrong, and things do go wrong, and things have gone wrong. Even me playing at Space on Tuesday, I have this kind of intro that I like to play, and I have these visuals all set to the intro, so it makes a bit more of an impact when I come on. And I couldn't find it, the intro part to play, so I had to wing it and just go, right, I'm here, blah, blah, blah. Straight in with the record. I'm thinking, oh God, yeah. But nobody knows these things. It's just you just go through the motions of that, and you don't know how the night's going to go, how people are going to receive you. You know, I mean, it's nice that people come along and they paid the money and they go, right, we're going to go to Carl Cox this night and they're going to come and see me. But some of it, you know, you just don't know if they're there to see something that they've heard about and they've decided that they don't like it, so based on what they don't understand, or people that are Carl Cox fans and they go, right, you know, we're in for the full journey. But I always treat every party like it's my first party.
What's the feeling like after the set?
I take a big deep sigh and a deep breath. Yeah. I'm done, you know. Wow. And then it's a journey. It's emotional, you know, when you're playing music. When you find something that really hits you, you know, emotionally, it could be about anything, and you share that with other people who also feel the same about what you've just played. That's a massive connection with the people, and also, you know, you're taking yourself through an initial journey when you're really digging deep into your music collection. You know, I don't just play for 1 hour and just play all the big hit records. You know, I really do dig deep into my collection based on, you know, where I want to take people. You know, whether it's a housey affair, whether it's an old school classic house or techno, whether it's techno, hard techno, you know, all of this it's all purely based on trying to make that initial journey for people to enjoy your music selection, and that's not an easy thing to do. But if you can get it right and you really feel that you're connecting with the people with your music, and then that is an emotional journey for sure. So at the end of it, it's mentally, because you're choosing every record as if it was your last record that you're ever going to be playing. That's a hard thing to do. You know, if I just had a pre-organised set and I go right from A to B, here's all the music I'm going to play, then that's not an emotional journey. It's just something you're just doing. But when you have no idea what you're going to play or how you're going to play it, this is something of which I've learned very quickly on how to read people and how to read the night itself.
So are you constantly kind of thinking ahead and thinking of your next step? Or, you know, you're saying it's an emotional journey. Are you sort of more on like creative autopilot? Does it just sort of flow?
Yeah, creative autopilot is a really good one, because when you're on, I see everybody and I can feel everything that's going on around me, but I'm still oblivious to all of it, really. You know, it could be 10 people in front of me or 50,000. It doesn't matter. Okay. I'm in the zone. I'm in the flow of what I'm doing, and the night's happening. It's going along, and I'm always kind of thinking maybe 2 records ahead, not even 1 record ahead. So I'm going to play this one. I'm going to play that one in a minute, and that one later. You know, I'm always thinking like that, and I've always done it in that way. Even when I was playing vinyl, I'd be choosing records, and I play that one in a minute. That one's going to be played 2 records. I'll play that one right now. And that's how I do it. Your brain capacity of how you're thinking your night and how you're playing your night and what you're doing to create your night is quite demanding. People don't realise how taxing it can it can be, because don't forget the whole night is based on you, the individual, the DJ who is in front of all these people to entertain. Now the thing is, if I could juggle my turntables at the same time and maybe, you know, drink some a vodka, a bottle of vodka at the same time
through the eye.
yeah, while I'm DJing and doing the perfect mix, and that's entertainment.
What sort of things could be distracting to that focus when you're in the middle of a set?
Well, the thing is, when you got people shouting at you, you don't know why they're shouting at you for some reason. They want to talk to you about a record that came out 3 years ago, and maybe if you have an opportunity to play it, that'd be really great, because me and my girlfriend just got engaged, and it'd be amazing if you could just... I'd be like, what? I understand what you're saying, but right now...
Working.
I'm a little bit busy right now, you know, and some people get in the DJ booth and they grab your leg, and you're like, oh, grab it, right? And you're down by the... What are you doing? What do you want? Do you want a cigarette? I don't even smoke. Oh my God. And then sometimes you get the odd occasional celebrity that decides they want to be in the DJ booth. So we've had P. Diddy in the DJ booth.
What's P. Diddy like in the booth?
Do you know what? He was actually really cool.
Okay.
You know, really cool. You know, also Dr. Dre, someone said, oh, yeah, I'm playing. You know, Dr. Dre's in the house. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm playing, and he said, no, he's over there. I was like, Dr. Dre's not going to be here. Anyway, so he pops around, there's Dr. Dre. I'm like, oh my God. So, of course, all my zone and everything, my records, free records, all went out the window. So, oh my God, respect, Dr. Dre's in the house. He goes, hey man, don't worry, just keep doing your thing, I love it, you know, and he stayed and enjoyed himself. So these things can be distracting as well, you know, sometimes you get your heroes turn up and want to say hello, you know, which you just can't believe.
So where do you stand on booth antics then? Like, do you prefer to have your space, or is it the more the merrier if it's your mates?
If there's too many people in the DJ booth, when people are on the dance floor looking in, they think that this party is just for me here up here, when the actual party's down there. So I encourage people to be down. The real party is not here, it's down there.
Yeah.
A lot of DJs want to be surrounded by a lot of people because, you know, they're probably a bit insecure and they want a lot of people around them. So, okay, fine. I'm not insecure at all. I am here to give the people exactly what they pay for and what they've come for, not to see a lot of people jumping around me.
And how about sharing control? You know, how does going back-to-back change the experience for you?
When you're playing back-to-back, you have to kind of think that you complement the DJ. It's not a versus, it's not a me and him or me on her. The idea is that when you gel with such a DJ, like this year, people seen me play more back-to-back sets this year than any other year. And I had an amazing time with Marco Carola, which he played for me in Space, and I played for him in Amnesia. And it was more complementary to the sound. I have a much tougher, harder sound, and I didn't want to tell you that. But the idea is to kind of come to where he is and to complement that, and vice versa a little bit on my side. So therefore, when it comes together, what people hear out of the speakers is an energy between both of us. And when that happens, when that gels, it's an amazing feeling.
Let's just go back to your connection with crowd. So when have you ever had that experience where you sort of sense that maybe they're not, wherever you're going, they're not quite getting it?
Yeah.
Like, does that happen to you anymore? Yeah. And if so, what do you do?
Yeah, no.
Nah?
It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. No, it doesn't happen. If the crowd a bit, you know, want to hear more rock and roll or something like that, it's a Motorhead, I've got it. It doesn't matter. You know, want to hear some reggae? Yeah, I've got that too. The thing is, I'm a DJ. You know, you read the crowd. You see what's up.
So you've been doing this for like 1,000 years or something.
Yeah, but maybe more.
Has your experience of DJing and being in the booth changed since you started?
No, not really. I've always found that if I've got the tools to work with, which I work on now, and I keep chopping and changing, but the idea is to keep up my head and head and shoulders above the technology of what we're exposed to, and I have a really good booth sound system monitoring. I'm quite happy. Everything else is a bonus.
And what makes that set stand out for you now?
Well, I think a lot of it is the longer that I play, the better it becomes. You know, when you just kind of go in and just do like a set for an hour and a half, you don't really tell your story, or you can't really take the journey of of what's available to you, in a sense, in how much music there is out there. So I think the longer that I play, the more people understand where I'm coming from, because it is all about music in the end of the day. So for me, as long as I'm able to really tell my story within the frame that I have, and then that for me is the reason why I do what I do. Hi, I'm Carl Cox, and you are watching Ibiza Spotlight.